There was houses all along here and apartment buildings, churches, gasoline stations, laundromat. Along here was mostly businesses.
Once a thriving neighborhood within the city, Fairfax had fallen to decades of neglect. Recently, however, things have taken a turn for the better.
The first goal was to reweave the fabric of the neighborhood, to fill in the gaps in the neighborhood, in the streets, so you really do reweave it and make it whole again.
Frustrated with the decay of their communities, residents joined with city planners and officials to revive neighborhoods like Fairfax. First, they had to find a way to take control of the land.
There was a summit where the public officials and the private sector and the nonprofits and the banks got together and came up with a plan that would allow us to begin reclaiming these properties.
But turning Fairfax around wasn't going to be easy. Here, like elsewhere in Cleveland, the scars of abandonment ran deep.
This house didn't get torn down by itself. It was torn down by neglect.
Since the 1950s, 80% of Fairfax's residents moved away, leaving hundreds of empty lots.
You never know what's happening on a vacant lot when you're walking down the street. You're leery. Is the vacant lot is a place where nowadays drug hangouts, anything can happen on a vacant lot.
These parcels were not generating any revenues at all. The city was dying.
Legislation was passed that allowed the city to acquire tax-delinquent properties and place them in what is known as a land bank. From there, the lots were offered to non-profit community organizations for a nominal fee. They teamed up with developers to build homes on the land and sell them at affordable prices.
Everybody said, well, we have to build new houses so people will come back to the neighborhood. We've developed over 250 new units of housing on vacant land. The majority of that housing came from the City of Cleveland's land bank.
The land bank program is unique. Our policy is if you want to build a new home within the City of Cleveland, as an economic incentive, we'll sell you the land for $100.
This one's okay for down on the lower.
And so the land bank made it possible for us to attract back people that may have lived here and left, and now they're returning.
The land bank has provided the land, and we started building on it. So we have built up Fairfax. And so if you got the land, you can do anything.
So far, over 1,200 empty lots have been turned into homes across Cleveland.
The land bank has made it possible for this organization to offer to the people that chose to remain in the neighborhood hope. It really has.
It's beautiful to me because of the fact that the vacant lots are disappearing.